Let me stop.
Hey, y'all. Hey. How's it going?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
What were you going to say?
Welcome.
Oh, I thought you said, Listen,
no.
Welcome, everybody, to Story Time.
Story Time. Story Time.
That's the best I can do with the hand movement, okay? I hope you feel the beat when you see me do it. Welcome to Story Time, everybody. I'm Bonnie. If you're new to the channel, I'm Bonnie. Good to see you all. Hopefully you hear something that will keep you intrigued, that will keep you coming back for Monday's reading. Yes. I don't know. Yes. As you know, it is a whole Friday. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, y'all. I just want to say, heaven is open. 2 classes of angels is praising, and we are allowed to be a part of that.
Yes.
So, such a blessing that we are this day. And he tells us to honor the Sabbath, to keep the Sabbath and keep it holy.
Yep.
So, I am excited to read that to you. Since it is a whole Friday, you know, we don't start story time. Absolutely. Yes. So, you know, we don't start story time without a scripture, which is I'm going to get into later. Shout out to Brandon Clay for our hoodies. Listen, Covenant. Shout out to Brandon Clay for our hoodies. Listen, if you are interested in a Covenant hoodie, please reach out to Brandon Clay, BRANDON Clay, CLAY on Facebook. You can private message him. Tell him you want an XL. Tell him you want a small. Whatever, it's your business, but reach out to him, okay? And then now, if you listen, I don't even know. Help me out.
What are you trying?
I don't know. I don't know what's going. Y'all praying for me?
It's
no,
one of those days.
It is.
She either was about to tell you about the book or
shout out. Yes, there you go. Shout out to his wife, also Brittany Clay. Okay, listen, it's a lot of Britneys in the world, but what it ain't is BRITTANY. Brittany Clay. Okay, you can also reach out to her as well on Facebook. Private message her, direct message her, and she'll get this out to you ASAP. All right. And she customizes cups, shirts. I mean, they're just a talented, gifted family. Listen, he does music. He does it. They're just gifted, okay?
Yes.
Reach out. Definitely. Yes, absolutely. Such a talented family. Okay, and then now we're going to read the St0ry, okay? We're going to read the book of Hadaccah, and it's from the St0ry. We purchased this St0ry on st0ry.net, not .com, okay? Mm-hmm. But what we didn't do is pay full price for it. Y'all know how we do it. We got that discount. Make sure you use your Storytime discount when you purchase your St0ry. And just remember, the O in the word story is actually a 0. And the E in the word time is actually a 3 as we go back to the covenant. Yes. Nailed it. All right, so we're going to go to follow me with Jubilees 2:18 as we remind you how important the Sabbath day is as his chosen people. We all have a responsibility. We're not greater or more than anybody like that, but we have a responsibility and accountability to one another. So we're going to read Jubilees 2:18. By we, I mean myself. All right, Jubilees 2:18, it reads, "And he gave us a great sign, the Sabbath, that we should work 6 days, but guard the Sabbath on the 7th day from all work. And all the angels of the presence and all the angels of sanctification, these 2 great classes he has bidden us to guard the Sabbath with him in heaven and on earth. And he said unto us, Behold, I will separate unto myself a people from amongst all the peoples, and these shall guard the Sabbath. And I will sanctify them unto myself as my people, and will bless them as I have sanctified the Sabbath, and do sanctify it unto myself. Even so will I bless them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their Elohim. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from amongst all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have sanctified him unto myself forever and ever. And I will teach them the Sabbath, that they may guard the Sabbath thereon from all work. And thus he created therein a sign in accordance with which they should guard the Sabbath with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink, and to bless him who has created all things, as he has blessed and sanctified unto himself a peculiar people above all peoples, and that they should guard the Sabbath together with us. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's special.
That's special. 2 classes of angels and you in the midst, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, shalom, yada, shalom.
Shalom.
Oh, shout out to my sister Quinice. Good to see you, girl. Shalom. Okay, so y'all know we are in the book of Hadaccah. I'm probably killing her name, but it's okay. I didn't kill many other names if you heard me read this book. Everybody's name is getting mispronounced today, this week. But Auntie Shelly on the beat, gonna give us a good recap.
Oh, I gotta remember what we did yesterday. We because Thursdays are so short.
The Haman. Oh, yes.
Ester went before the king.
Yep.
Drama for your mama.
She did that.
She made sure, because at first when she walked in, the king was like,
"What you doing here?"
And she fainted.
The Ruach had to change his spirit.
She had her maidens. They had to catch her. Oh, and he was like, "What's wrong, baby?
You want half the kingdom?"
Well, yeah. Just ask what you want, even to half the kingdom. Okay, yes. So Haman put out a letter to all the 120 provinces that on a certain day they can kill all the Hebrews.
Reminds me of a purge.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely was a purge, because he was mad at one, just because he's upset because Mordecai will not bow down to him. So he is upset. So he just wants to kill them all, or kill everybody.
Yeah, kill
all men, women, children. He don't care.
Listen, if your dog claimed that he was Judah,
he gone
to. Okay?
He gone to. The whole line, he said, just get rid of him. And so Esther hears about it from her uncle. And at first she was like, I just can't go in there because there's a law that says I can't go before the king unless he asks. And he has not asked for me for 30 days.
Yep.
So I can't just go walking up in there. But then Mordecai reminded her, don't think just because you the queen, you finna get away unscathed. No. And who knows if you come to the kingdom just for this.
Yep, just for this time.
And of course she did. Yahuwah worked it out. So she said, okay, tell everybody fast and pray. Dogs, children, everybody pray.
Listen, your
everybody needs to pray.
Power, okay?
And we found out from Esther's prayer, which is not in the 66, they took it out, was that she don't even like being queen. She don't like it at all.
She ain't ate at his table.
She ain't ate at his table. She said he is uncircumcised. This Babylonian, I don't even like being here. So she ain't tripping. He ain't called for her in 30 days.
Right, exactly. She like,
she probably happy.
She like, thank you.
She don't. So she goes before the king. He ends up putting out the scepter because she did the whole faint thing. And then she was like, you were like an angel in my... She threw on the flattery. You were like an angel in my eyes. And I just couldn't take it. And you're so... You make me weak at the knees.
I get so weak. Yeah.
She laid it on thick.
Sister can act.
Yes. Most definitely. She brought the drama.
She did.
And so she invited Haman, who remember is out to kill all the Jews, or all the Hebrews, I'm going to say, because it's the Hebrews. And she invites him to a banquet. And he walking around bragging, but then Mordecai did not bow down to him.
Yeah, when he came out.
So Haman's wife and his friend said, just build some gallows, which is something you hang somebody with. Build your gallows on the way to the banquet, hang Mordecai, and then go your merry way. So that's basically what he did. He had the gallows built. And I think that's where we are.
Yeah, that is where we are. Chapter 10. Let me see.
Yeah.
Is that on that night?
But yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to start. So again, we're reading out of the St0ry, and we're reading it. And if you have the St0ry, it says addition to Ester, or it might say Hadaccah on the other tab, depending on what you got. All right. Chapter 10. On that night, could not the king sleep, and he commanded to bring the St0ry of records of the chronicles, and they were read before the king. And it was found written that Mordecai had told of Bigthan and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hand on King Achorbarosh. I thought I was done with his name. Mm-hmm. And the king said, "What honor and dignity has been done to Mordecai for this?" Mm-hmm. Then said the king's servant that ministered unto him, "There is nothing done for him." And the king said, "Who is in the court?" Now Haman was come into the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him.
He built up things so quick.
Listen.
The king is looking to praise him.
Right.
He's looking
to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that was nothing but the ruach messing up his sleep.
Absolutely.
Yep. To have him to go to
at
them
the right time. Yep.
This brother thinking he about to do something. And the king said, "Who is in the court?" Now Haman was come into the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. And the king's servant said unto him, "Behold, Haman stands in the court." And the king said, "Let him come in." So Haman came in. And the king said unto him, "What shall be done unto the man whom the king delights to honor?" Now Haman thought in his heart, "To whom would the king delight to do honor more than to myself?" He thought he was speaking to himself. Oh, he talking about me.
He talking about me. Who else could he be talking about?
Listen, he talking about me. Let me tell you what you should do to that man. That's hilarious. And Haman answered the king, "For the man whom the king delights to honor, let the royal apparel be brought which the king uses to wear, and the horse that the king rides upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head. And let this apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal whom the king delights to honor, and bring him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaim before him, Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delights to honor." Listen, he didn't set himself up good.
Wait, and not only that, but Haman is lightweight trying to take that throne. That's why I think Haman is the one that tried to have him killed. Why you need the king's crown and the king's robes? Because you're trying to say, I could possibly be your next king.
Absolutely.
When this one is gone, who I'm trying to kill, can't kill him.
Yes.
He's like, I got the crown on my head. I got his clothes on.
So he sees himself in the king's position.
Yes. And he's trying to make himself be there.
He like, "Listen, I can tell you, say no more. You want to know what to do? I got you."
But listen, if this goes through like it seemed like it will, y'all's preparing the table before Mordecai in the presence of his enemies, because he looked like the one that got to deliver the stuff.
Right. Right. You're talking about you gonna look stupid. All right, verse 10. Then the king said to Haman, "Make haste and take the apparel and the horse, as you have said, and do even so to Mordecai, to the Yahudi." I just know this brother feel all types of way. Wait a minute.
What? Well, I came here to kill
him.
Yeah. Wait, what Mordecai you talking about? You talking about a different one that lived down the street?
Mordecai Johnson?
Right.
Mordecai Wilson.
Right. I know you can't be talking about that.
Not the one I'm talking about.
We're not talking about the same Mordecai. What's his nickname?
But who is mama?
Right.
Where he live?
But he's real specific. If you read the next line.
Okay. He says, "So as you have said, and do even so to Mordecai the Yahudi, that sits at the king's gate."
Hello.
That's the same one.
The one that don't talk to me, the one that don't bow down.
That's Mordecai Johnson.
The one I'm mad at.
The one I'm trying to kill before I get to the banquet.
Right.
we can't be talking about the same Mordecai.
No.
I know Haman is confused.
Not after I just thought all that was for
right.
me.
And listen, you know what Satan did? Wow.
Well, I'm out.
He out.
Can't help you.
Right. That's it. Let nothing fail. All that you have spoken. So you know what you were saying.
Everything, king's robes, the crown, everything.
Make sure all that happens. Make sure
yes,
all that,
all of it.
Dang. Then took Haman the apparel and the horse and the arrayed Mordecai and brought him on the horseback. He made his enemy bring him. His enemy
had to dress him and bring him.
Can you imagine Mordecai like this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like putting his hand in there, button it up. Like, how do I look? Haman, if it will
put the crown on right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just feeling all kinds of dumb right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. And brought him on a horseback through the street of the city and proclaimed before him. He had to say all this stuff. Wow. Thus shall it be done unto the man whom the kings delight to honor.
Wait. Not only this, but you got to do this after you sent out this decree. And the people are already confused, like, huh? Why are we killing the Hebrews? And now you're honoring one.
The person whose tongue was so evil against him.
Right.
He was used.
That's one of Becca's prayers. Turn it back. How you say? Stop and block it and return it back to sender. Turn it back to sender.
It was returned, okay? It was with Hadaccah stamps on it.
Yeah.
Hadaccah stamps. I think that moment is just so funny. He's like, wait a minute. What Mordecai are we talking about? We can't. The one that sits at the gate. You got to just.
The one that won't bow to you.
At that point, just kill me now. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hastened to his house mourning and having his head covered. And Haman told Zeresh, his woman, and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise men and Zeresh, his woman, unto him, if Mordecai be of the seed of the Yahudim, before whom you have begun to fall, you shall not prevail against him, but shall surely fall before him. Wow.
They telling them, dude, stop. Yeah, they're saying, stop, abort your plan.
Yep.
First off, where was that in the beginning when I told you I was mad at this man? Where's this wisdom coming at now?
Yeah. They're telling them right now, abort your plan. You better write another letter to them 120. Back off.
Yeah, if he's from...
Back off.
You didn't know where this man was from before you did all of this?
Back off.
You can do your research.
The king has honored him. He got the king's crown on his head. And the king's clothes. He's on the king's horse. And you had to...
First off, what he should have did when he got back home, bypass your wife. Take them gallows down.
You should have burnt them gallows down.
Because you still got them up. Crazy. And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlains and hastened to bring Haman unto the banquet that Esther had prepared.
Yep.
Time to go.
Now you got to go to the banquet. You ain't even got time to think about it.
Yeah. You probably forgot that you got that.
Not happy about the banquet no more.
Probably, yeah.
So the king and Haman came to the banquet with Esther the queen. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day of the banquet of wine, what is your petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted you. And what is your request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom.
He's still trying to give away half of the kingdom. You know what? At this point, okay, I'll take half the kingdom and
right. Listen, since you're gonna give it away anyway, why not me?
It's a trip too because he haven't reached out to her in 30 days.
Yeah.
You know, and now you're talking about giving her even half.
I tell you, she got an Oscar. She went in there and played that part.
Listen, okay?
Because she don't even like being there. She just went, oh, you're an angel.
They said, action. Look, they're laughing. Cam says, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Auntie Cammy. Deborah Clay, good to see you all. All right.
Make sure you put all your thoughts in there.
Yeah, because we can't just be having a good time by ourselves, y'all. Y'all get in here. All right. Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in your sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish. But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen, I had held my tongue. Although the enemy could not countervail, how do you say that? Countervail the king's damage. So she's basically saying, like, now she's letting them know who she is.
Yeah, and basically she's saying if we were sold or destroyed, it would have been better. But now it's our life.
Yeah. And you can't even counteract
after our
it.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. It can't be changed because he already laid that thing.
He already said the law.
Yep. Then the king Achavarosh answered and said unto the Esther, the queen, who is he and where is he that dared presume in his heart to do so? Oh my gosh.
Did he forget Haman did that?
No, he didn't even.
He didn't know. He just gave Haman the ring.
Yep.
And Haman wrote
didn't
the
tell
letters.
I thought Haman talked to the king about that. He said, whatever you like to do, whatever makes you feel good, then do it.
He just said there's an enemy out there.
Yeah, he didn't say.
He didn't say that.
No. Haman wrote all that stuff.
He didn't say the Yahudi?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. And he right there at this banquet.
He was trying to be sneaky about
it.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he right at the banquet looking real dumb. He probably melting in his seat.
He probably like, she
I didn't know she knew. How she knew?
I know. How did she know?
How she know? But Mordecai told her.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, she know what I did.
Oh, that's what
but you gotta remember it got out to everybody, so of course she knew. You know, she's queen.
No, because she didn't know. Remember, she stepped out.
Mordecai had to tell her.
Mordecai tell her because she was like, "Why are you crying?" And then she sent her people to talk to him. Then that's when he told her everything.
Yeah.
Did I step out on that first?
Okay. You might have been.
Okay.
No, because I think you did step out.
Okay.
Because Esther is queen, so this decree wouldn't have been read inside the palace.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay, right. Okay. And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen.
Haman is probably like,
talk about being put on the spot.
Right in their face.
Look.
And you thought you was doing something because you was like, I was at that banquet and
was nobody else there.
And they invited me back again. And it's just gonna be me, the king, and the queen.
Yep, that's it. Nobody else. So I'm top dog up in here.
She bust you out right in front of her man.
Said it's, Yep.
This dude sitting right here next to you.
Yep.
I mean, all you can do
is him out to kill me.
Yeah. She said the adversary and the enemy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden. And Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther, the queen.
Now
he begging for his life. I bet you there was a whole lot of stuttering.
Yep.
For he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king. Oh yeah, you gonna die.
Oh yeah, because the king's so mad. I guess he just got up and walked away. Like, okay, let me
get some air.
Yeah, let me.
Because you tricked the king.
Myself. Yeah, you trying to kill my woman.
Yeah, you deceived the king too.
Yes. You
made it look like it was a whole different enemy, and now it's my wife's people.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to die, sir. Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was. Then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house? So he like, you gonna write my woman in this house?
Dude, I just stepped away. What you
doing?
In the palace?
In my bed? Oh, this is bad.
Oh, it's looking real bad for him.
This is bad.
Poor Haman just trying to plead for his life.
Right. Listen.
It wasn't poor Haman when he tried.
Right.
Yeah.
Trying to kill all her people. True. Oh man.
He reaping what he was sowing.
Yes. Look. Sheila says, all eyes on you. All eyes on you, Haman. Your turn.
Yep.
Cammy said, wait, what? Yes, girl.
It's juicy, huh?
Listen, I don't need no K-drama. I got it right here. And then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house? As the word went out the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. And Charbona, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold also the gallows 50 cubit high, which Haman had made for Mordecai.
Ooh, he made them high.
Brother, you
yeah,
talking
but
about...
the thing is, everything is just being piled back up on him. Like, and he did this, and he did this.
He got gallows built.
Listen, he wanted the body to swing.
50
Dang.
cubits high.
Who has spoken good for the king, Mordecai, who has spoken good for the king, stands in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon.
He had it made for himself and didn't know it.
Didn't even know. And he
talk about return to sender.
Listen.
Wee.
Oh my.
I like your emojis, girl. That's dope. I don't even know how you can do that. Then the king said, hang him thereon. So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king wrath pacified. He felt a little better.
Wow.
You tried to kill my woman.
And her people.
Then you tried to rape her in the palace.
And then you mean tell me they go to your house and you got something in your own plan?
Yes.
You
finna kill Mordecai, the man who I just honored. Yeah. And you got told on.
First off, what an ugly death. You had to prepare, bow yourself for the one that you tried to get killed.
Killed, yep. You had to put all the stuff on him. Then you go to the banquet and you don't even make it back home.
You don't even make it back home.
Well, you made it back home to your gallows because the gallows was made at your house.
Oh, you were setting them up and got caught in your own trap.
Yep. Own trap.
Dig one ditch, you better dig two.
Yes, flipping the script. Come on, Mom.
Nah, he only needed that one ditch because that was really for him.
You're
right. Absolutely. That was really right. And he lucky his family didn't get killed. Oh, well, let us know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if they did.
Yeah, I was going to say,
okay,
because nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Your face expression said, girl, keep on reading.
No, yeah.
Okay. The trap, Sheila says, the trap you set just might be for you.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
That's exactly what happens.
Hello.
Oh, that's why we got to be careful too.
Exactly.
See all that hatred. That's why that's why he tells us not to hate. Because we start doing stupid stuff.
Yep.
Dumb stuff. Oh, man, that's good. Listen, you may be digging it for yourself.
Yep. Digging your own grave.
Digging your own grave. Nothing new is under the sun. We see it here. That was a bad one, though. That was, ooh-wee. All right. On chapter 12, on that day, did King Achashverosh give the house of Haman, the Yahudim enemy, unto Esther, the queen.
So she got his house.
Oh wow.
She got Haman's house. Oh well, woman and friends move out.
Yes.
Get out of my house.
Right.
Listen, he stored up all those riches,
nice
fat house, and all of that stuff, trying to do evil against the Most High people, and it's set up for them.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
Set up for her. That is.
These people better be careful.
Remember, the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous.
That's a good picture right here. Because he like, you see all of this, baby? Go ahead and walk in.
That's yours.
She just like, all right, y'all family, come on in here. Mordecai, bring our cousins here. Tell them we good. Wow. And the king, let me see. And Mordecai came before the king, for Esther had told what he was unto her.
Oh, so she said, that's my uncle.
This is my uncle. Yeah. By the way, this is my uncle. Because you're already in love with me, right? So you ain't gonna kill me. By the way, he's my uncle. All right. And the king took off his ring, which he had taken from Haman, and gave it. Talk about an upgrade.
Man.
Gave it unto Mordecai. Listen, you ain't working at the gate no more. Okay?
Take that ring off before you hang Haman. Give me his stuff. Give me his jewelry.
I just want you to know before you reach that, I demoted you. You have been demoted.
Oh.
Wow. And Esther set Mordecai over the house of Haman. You in charge of this house.
Yep.
You live here, Uncle.
Yes. You live here. Dang. And Esther spoke yet again before the king and fell down at his feet and besought him with tears to put away the mischief of Haman the Agagi. I don't know how to say that, but that's the best.
Yeah, that was good.
And his device that he had devised against the Yahudim. Then the king held out the golden scepter towards Esther. So Esther arose and stood before the king and said, if it please the king, and if I have found favor in his sight, and the thing seem right before the king, and I be pleasing in his eyes, let it be written to reverse the St0ry devised by Haman, the son of Hadaccah, the Agagi, which he wrote to destroy the Yahudim which are in all the king provinces. For how can I endure to see the evil that shall come unto my people? Or how can I endure to see the destruction of my kindred? Wow.
I was just about to say, now he got to send a reverse letter out to
everybody. Because first of all, it's 120. Ain't no email, phones, that you can send. Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't do. You have to get it to all those 120 provinces.
And on top of that, it was a lot of money. So even if you do send a reverse, ain't no telling if somebody is still going to be willing to take a life because he wants the money.
Yeah.
Wow. Then the king Achashverosh said unto Esther the queen, and to Mordecai the Yahudi, behold, I have given Esther the house of Haman, and him they have hanged upon the gallows, because he laid his hand upon the Yahudim. Write ye also for the Yahudim as it likens you, in the king's name, and seal it with the king's ring.
Wow.
For the writing which is written in the king's name and sealed with the king's ring may no man reverse.
So he's saying you write the letter. Just like Haman wrote that letter to destroy him, you write the letter to make sure they don't.
Yeah, you write whatever you want.
You got my ring, you got the seal.
Do it.
Do it.
Then were the king's scribes called at that time in the 3rd month, that is the month of Sivan, on the 3 and the 20th day thereof. And it was written according to all that Mordecai commanded unto the Yahudim, and to the lieutenants and the deputies and rulers of the provinces, which are from India unto Cush, 127 provinces, unto every province according to the writing thereof, and unto every people after their language, and to the Yahudim according to their writing, and according to their language. And he wrote in the king Achashverosh's name, and sealed it with the king's ring, and sent the St0ry by post on horseback, and riders on mules, camels, and young dromedaries, wherein the kings granted the Yahudim which were in every city to gather themselves together, and to stand for their life, to destroy, to slay, and to cause to perish all the power of the people and province that will assault them, both little ones and women, and to take the spoil of them for a prey, upon one day in all the province of King Achashverosh, namely upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar.
So you can fight back.
You can fight back because before they couldn't do nothing.
They couldn't do nothing.
They had to just sit there and get slayed.
He said, not only can you fight back, but when you beat them, take their stuff.
That's it.
Whatever was theirs.
If this ain't no purge,
but you know what?
For one day, kill as many people as you can.
Sorry, I'm wondering, did he word it like that, like defend yourself? Because you remember how the king said, whatever he writes, it can't be taken back.
It can't be reversed.
It can't be reversed. So Haman already put it out for everybody to kill them with the seal of the ring and everything else.
Yeah.
So is it because that can't be reversed? And so
right.
Yeah,
and
that
so,
can't be reversed.
Mordecai reworded it to fight back.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. He says, and to stand for their life, to destroy, to slay, and to cause to perish all the power of the people of the province that would assault them, both little ones and women. and to take the spoil of them for a prey. So if they come at you,
you can
do what you do. Fight back and take it.
Have at it. Chapter 13. The great king Aka. There we go again with these names. Art. I'm gonna call him Art because his first name start with A-R-T. There you go. There you say that again. The great king. Yeah. There we go. I like it. Unto the princes and governors of the 107 and 20 provinces from India unto Kush, and unto all our faithful subjects, greeting. Many, the more often they are honored with the great bounty of their gracious princes, the more proud they are waxing, and endeavor to hurt not our subjects only, but not being able to bear abundance. Do take in hand to practice also against those that do them good, and take not only thankfulness away from among men, but also lift it up with the glorious words of lewd persons that were never good. They think to escape the justice of Elohim, that sees all things and hates evil. Oftentimes also fair speech of those that are put in trust to manage their friends' affair has caused many that are in authority to be partakers of innocent blood, and has enwrapped them in remediless calamities, beguiling with the falsehood and deceit of their lewd disposition the innocency and goodness of princes. Now ye may see this, and we have declared, as we have declared, not so much by ancient histories as ye may, if ye search what has been wickedly done of the late through the pestilent behavior of them that are unworthily placed in authority. Wow.
He talking about Haman like he lightweight, like busting them out, like
taking advantage of his authority.
Yeah.
And we must take care for the time to come that our kingdom may be quiet and peaceable for all men, both by changing our purposes and always judging things that are evident with more equal proceedings. For Haman and Macedonia, there you go, the son of Hadaccah, being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood, and far distant from our goodness, and as a stranger received of us, had so far forth obtained the favor that we show towards every nation, as that he was called our father, and was continually honored of all the next person unto the king. But he, not bearing his great dignity, went above to deprive us of our kingdom and life, having by manifold and cunning deceits sought of us the destruction as well of Mordecai. So he was trying to kill Mordecai. The king. The king, yeah. Who saved our life. As well as Mordecai, who saved our life and continually pre-occur our good, as also of blameless Ester, partaker of our kingdom, with their whole nation. For by these means he thought, finding us destitute of friends, to have translated the kingdom of the Persians to the Macedonians. But we find that the Yahudim, whom this wicked wretch has delivered to utter destruction, are no evildoers, but live by most just Torah, and that they be children of El Elyon, and most mightily living Elohim, who has ordered the kingdom both unto us and to our progenitors. How you say that? Progenitors. There you go. That's it. In the most excellent manner. Wherefore ye shall do well not to put in execution the St0ry sent unto you by Haman, the son of Hadaccah. For he that was the worker of these things is hanged at the gates of Shusha with all his family.
Oh, so they did get him.
Your action caused your whole family to be killed.
But remember, they the ones.
Oh yeah, they came in together too.
They the ones suggested he built the
Yeah,
gallows. They told him to back off, but it was too late.
We should have realized that happened
Yes.
because if he gave over Haman's house, where the people that was living
Well,
there,
like they moved out.
Nah, man.
Yeah, so they all
swanging.
Yeah, they all swinging.
They're all going like this. By the night.
Wow.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's probably the especially the lip part. Probably it. Elohim with all his family. Elohim who rules all things speedily, rendering vengeance to him according to his deserts.
That's deserts.
Deserts. Okay.
Deserts. Which one?
Deserts. Deserts is two
S's.
Yeah. But I'll be putting S's. People, y'all know how I read. Y'all get it. Therefore, ye shall publish the copy of this Sefer in all places, that the Yahudim may freely live after their own Torah. And ye shall aid them, that even the same day, being the 13th day of the 12th month, Adar, that may be avenged on them. Thank you, who in the time of their affliction shall set upon them. For El Shaddai has turned to joy unto them the day, wherein the chosen people should have perished. Ye shall therefore, among your solemn feasts, keep it a high day with all feasting, that both now and hereafter there may be safety to us and the well-affected Persians, but to those which do conspire against us, a memorial of destruction. Therefore, every city and country whatsoever, which shall not do according to these things, shall be destroyed without mercy, with fire and sword, and shall be made not only unpassable for men, but also most hateful to wild beasts and fowls forever. Don't mess with them, you
leave them Yehudim alone.
Leave them alone. Gwen, Mom says Michelle is crazy. She must be talking about you.
Hanging them.
Mm-hmm. The copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people, and that the Yahudim should be ready against that day to avenge themselves on their enemies. So the post that rode upon the mules and camels went out, being hastened and pressed on the king's commandment. And the decree was given at Shushan, the palace. But notice the two letters difference. Haman wrote lies.
Yes.
He sure
the
did.
propaganda.
He wrote heck of lies.
Did.
Called them
They wild savages, basically.
And our kingdom is not safe with them.
Right. They're malicious people. And then as the great king said his name, Art.
AV. You said you was going to call him AV.
No, not that king. That's her husband. But I was talking about the king, Arthur, Ester, whatever her name is.
Yeah, that's her husband.
Really?
That's the king.
No, that's not.
Her husband is named Akavarosh or something like that.
Yeah.
That's Ester's dude.
Akash Verash.
Yeah, that's the same one.
No, it's not. Ardak Shashta.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a different king.
So because now Mordecai is writing in the king's name. So do they pronounce it different? Because it's the same king.
Okay, well,
there is no other king.
It's the great king.
I see now.
Shasta.
Yeah.
I don't know. I call him Artie.
Y'all right. It is spelled different.
Mm-hmm. I mess up on both of their names. That's how I know. But this king is just telling it like it is.
Right.
There's he's not trying to lie or nothing. He don't need to. It is what it is. He's like, see, his action got him hung with his family.
Yep.
They swinging somewhere. All right. Verse 27. And Mordecai went out from the presence of the king in royal apparel of blue and white, and with a great crown of gold, and with a garment of fine linen and purple. And the city of Shushan rejoiced and was glad. The Yahudim had light and gladness and joy and honor. And Oh, Yahudim. Thank you.
I kept trying to say it over and over.
Oh, my bad. I sure wasn't listening. Huh?
No, it's okay.
I didn't even hear you. The Yahudim. Thank you so much. That does make sense. Y'all just let me pronounce the name now. Y'all could help me out with that one. I said it so convincingly. Yahudim, thank you. The Yahudim had light and gladness and joy and honor, and in every province and in every city, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, the Yahudim had joy and gladness, a feast and a good day. I know they did. And many of the people of the land became Yahudim. For the fear of the Yahudim fell upon them.
I'm on the y'all.
Listen, I'm engrafted. How did I get in here?
I'm with y'all. I'm rolling with y'all.
Can I do what you do? No, what y'all gotta do?
Y'all ain't did much of nothing. Got the man hung and his family. They got his house. Like I'm rolling with y'all.
I'm rolling. Absolutely.
I'm on y'all side. Come on. What's your guy's name again? Elohim?
How do you pronounce it? Okay.
Yahuwah? Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna take me a while, because I'm under this one.
Yeah, but
if you feel more comfortable saying Yahudim, because you just read Yahudim and then you said
Yahudim.
Yahudim.
You said hi Yahudim and then Yahudim. But if you feel more comfortable, just say that.
No, I want to say it right. Yahudim. Okay.
Yahudim.
Cause I'm pronouncing. I'm breaking it wrong. I'm breaking it up wrong. That's why I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anywho. All right, chapter 14. Listen, y'all get it real. Y'all know that. Mom just said Michelle is crazy. Laugh out loud.
They into it. They just into it.
All right, ready? Wait, one question. Is this where we get the Purim from or something like that?
That's what this is.
This is the, but you're not really supposed
It's not a regular feast day because this only happened to this set of Jews. Yeah, this set of Hebrews at this moment.
Yeah, because I do see people do that.
Yeah, it's not a
required.
Yeah, because they didn't go through this. This is only people left in Babylon, like they're not in Jerusalem.
Gotcha.
Going, what happened to Esther?
And so the set feast days are usually that's for everybody.
All Hebrews.
All
yes.
Hebrews.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's fine if they want to remember it. Nothing wrong with that, but it is not part of the seven.
Gotcha. No. Chapter 14. Now in the 12th month, that is the month of Adar, so it's supposed to go down. Adar.
Yeah, that's when it's supposed to happen.
It's supposed to be. On the 13th day of the same, when the king's commandment and his decree drew near to be put in execution, in the day that the enemies of Yahudim hoped to have power over them, though it was turned to the contrary, that the Yahudim had ruled over them that hated them. The Yahudim gathered themselves together in their cities throughout all the province of the king Achashverosh, to lay hands on such as sought their hurt. And no man could withstand them, for the fear of them fell upon all people, and all the rulers of the province and lieutenants and the deputies and officers of the kings helped the Yahudim, because the fear of Mordecai fell upon them. For Mordecai was great in the king's house, and his fame went out throughout all the provinces. For this man Mordecai waxed greater and greater. Thus the Yahudim smote all their enemies with the stroke of the sword, and slaughter, and destruction, and did what they would unto those that hated them.
So even after all that, some people still came for them.
Yeah, you knew they weren't going to.
Yeah. You always.
It was like, hey, I'll try it. It ain't against the law.
Yep.
I can lawfully do this, but you can lawfully get killed too.
Right, exactly. Listen,
try it.
I told you don't want no smoke.
Yeah.
But come on. He was giving it. Okay, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know right now that I'm gonna kill all these names.
Yep.
Just letting you know.
I am too, so don't ask me.
Right.
I help her try, but yeah.
It's all about to get mispronounced, stuttered, spit, all of that. Okay. Don't worry. All right. And in Shushan, the palace of the Yahudim slew and destroyed 500 men. It's a lot of energy.
That's in the palace.
That's in the
So
palace.
some of them came for them in the palace.
They went to the house. They went directly to the smoke. Okay. And Porshanta, there you go. Told you I was gonna kill a name.
Porshantha.
I like it. And Dolphin, Akpatha, and Parata. I'm not trying to rhyme y'all, but that's what it looked like. Adalia, and Orai Datha, and Parmashata. All these other names.
Like
y'all reading along?
Erica, maybe Erica.
Erikai. And
Eridai.
They must be twins. Erica and Eridai.
And Bayin Zata. Okay. Whew, made it. We made it. Then the 10 sons.
Those are the 10 sons.
Oh, those are
the 10 sons.
So after you read that last name, then it says the 10 sons of Haman.
Oh, they wanted the smoke too? Okay, let me read. I don't know. The 10 sons of Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the enemy of the Yahudim, slew they, but on the spoil laid they not their hand.
So they killed his sons because his sons came for them.
Yeah,
they was like, we don't want.
But they don't want your stuff is tainted. We don't want
your stuff.
Wow. All right. On that day, the number of those that were slain in Shushan, the palace, was brought before the king. And the king said unto Esther, the queen, the Yahudim have slain and destroyed 500 men in Shushan, the palace, and the 10 sons of Haman. What have they done in the rest of the king provinces? So it's 127 provinces. If this is just happening in Shushan.
I wonder what they doing.
But they at the house. They came to the palace.
But they be bold. These demons be bold.
They came to the
They be trying you.
Got your little self killed.
Listen. And the king, let me see, where am I? 500 men Shushan in the Shushan, the palace, and the 10 sons of Haman. What have they done in the rest of the king's provinces? Now, what is your petition? And it shall be granted you. Or what is your request further? And it shall be done.
What else you want, baby?
Yep, I got you.
Wow.
They came for you in the house. They did. What else you want?
Listen, since you asking.
I mean, since you brought it up. Then said Esther, if it please, come on with the if it please
the king. She good.
Abram, if it please.
If it pleases you.
That's my new line.
Whatever you like.
Whatever you like. Then said Esther, if it please the king, let it be granted to the Yahudim which are in Shushan to do tomorrow, also according unto this day's decree. And let Haman's 10 sons be hanged upon the gallows.
Wait, they did already?
Kill them twice. They ain't dead though. They only dead. She said, if it please you, you see what happened today? Let it go on another day. So they can see who's working. They're going to see Elohim.
Yeah. This is what colored people do. This is what the Hebrews do. Oh, they did? Kill them again. Let everybody see.
Jada, I wish I can delete your comment. Uh-oh. None of that. What? No.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
You got to read all the comments.
Nope, not that one.
Kill them twice. Let me see what's going on.
You act like everybody else can't read it on there.
But you don't hear the voice that I hear. It's so gross. I know you laugh. Yeah. That is it.
I don't hear the voice.
Exactly. So, you don't hear the voice. You don't need to hear it. Okay. It ain't. All right.
No.
Let me see. And the king commanded it so to be done. And the decree was given at Shushan, and they hanged Haman's 10 sons. They killed them men twice.
Right.
But she want everybody to see.
Yeah.
Y'all came to the house?
Yeah.
Yes. This is what's going to happen.
Don't ever come to my house.
Don't come to my house.
No.
You can meet at the park, but don't come to my house.
Don't bring that up in here.
Right. And then she asked for another day to wipe them out again.
In case they come back tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know what Haman put in that letter.
Right, exactly.
Because I didn't see it.
Right. Wow. For the Yahudim that were in Shushan gathered themselves together on the 14th day, because that happened on the 13th day, also on the month of Adar. and slew 300 men at Shushan. So they were still trying it.
They still tried it the next day.
So that's 800 people. But on the prey, they laid not their hand.
I don't want your stuff. I want you dead.
Yep. But the other Yahudim, did I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, Yahudim that were in the king's
provinces
gathered themselves together and stood for their lives and had rest from their enemies and slew of their foes
75,000 people said, we'll take him. I don't care if Haman do.
So,
this is for Haman.
It says 70 and 5,000. So is it 5,070 people?
I think it's 75,000. 70 and 5,000.
But they laid not their hands on the prey.
Like, we don't even want their stuff. We can take it if we want.
But we don't want it.
We don't want your stuff.
Well, they know where it originates from. They're like,
That's all right.
On the 13th day of the month of Adar, and on the 14th day of the same rested they, and made it a day of feasting and gladness.
For killing all them people, you need to rest.
You definitely need to rest, sir, ma'am. But the Yahudim that were at Shushan assembled together on the 13th day thereof, and on the 14th thereof, and on the 15th day of the same they rested, and made it a day of feasting and gladness. Therefore the Yahudim of the villages that dwelt in the unwalled towns made the 14th day of the month Adar a day of gladness and feasting, and a good day, and of sending portions one to another. And Mordecai wrote these things and sent St0ry unto all the Yahudim that were in all the province of King Ahasuerus, both nigh and far, to establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar, and the 15th day of the same yearly, as the days wherein the Yahudim rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning into a good day, that they should make them days of fasting and joy, feasting, thank you, days of feasting and joy, and of sending portions one to another, and gifts to the poor. And the Yahudim undertook to do as they had begun, and as Mordecai had written unto them, because Haman the son of Hammedatha, the Agagi, the enemy of all the Yahudim, had devised against the Yahudim to destroy them. Oh, I said it wrong again, huh?
Yeah.
And had cast Pur, that is the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by the St0ry that his wicked device, which he devised against the Yahudim, should return the Yahudim.
Y'all know what we mean.
Right. That is so funny. The Yahudim should return upon his own head, and that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows. Wherefore they called these days Purim. Okay.
Oh,
yep.
That's the name of Pur, yep.
After the name of Pur. Therefore, all the words of this St0ry and of that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them, the Yahudim ordained and took upon them, and upon their seed, and upon all such as joined themselves unto them, so as it should not fail, that they would keep these 2 days according to their writings, and according to their appointed time every year, and that these should be remembered and kept throughout every generation, in every family, every province, every city, and that these days of Purim should not fail from among the Yahudim. No, y'all get it. Nor the memorial of them perish from their seed. Then Esther the queen, the daughter of Avi, I thought I was done with these names. Aviv Kaliel, that's as close as it's going to be tonight.
Sound good.
That's it. And Mordecai, the Yahudi. Okay, Yahudi. Wrote wrote with all authority to confirm the second Sefer of Purim. And he sent the Sephirim unto all the Yahudim to the 127 provinces of the king of Achashverosh of the kingdom of Achashverosh with the words of peace and truth, to confirm these days of Purim in their times appointed, according as Mordecai the Yahudi and Esther the queen had enjoined them, and as they had decreed for themselves and for their seeds the matter of fasting and their cry. And the decree of Esther confirmed these matters of Purim, and it was written in the Sefer. I know, but I should.
Yeah, we only got we can't get through this one.
Okay, I'm just going to finish this last one.
This last
can
chapter.
Be tricky the way it is written. Yes, it is. Listen, if it, Dad, get you. I'm gonna get you. I know where you are. Okay. Chapter 15, last chapter. And the king Achashverosh laid a tribute upon the land and upon the isles of the sea, and all the acts of his power and of his might, and of the declaration of the greatness of Mordecai, whereunto the king advanced him. Are they not written in the Sefer of the chronicles of the king of Madai and Persia? For Mordecai the Yahudi was next unto King Achashverosh, and great among the Yahudim, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed.
Wealth of his people. I'm just throw that in.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Yes, community. Mm-hmm. If I'm good and you not, we got to change that.
Yeah.
Then Mordecai said, Elohim has done these things. For I remember a dream which I saw concerning these matters, and nothing thereof has failed. A little fountain became a river, and there was light, and sun, and much water. This river is Esther, whom the king married and made queen. And the two dragons are I and Haman.
Remember at the beginning,
wow,
two
dragons. Yeah.
And the nations were those that were assembled to destroy the name of the Yahudim. Y'all get it. And my nation is this, Israel, which cried to Elohim and were saved. For Yahuwah has saved his people, and Yahuwah has delivered us from all those evils. And Elohim has wrought signs and great wonders, which have not been done among the other nations. Therefore has he made two lots, one for his people of Elohim, and another for all the other nations.
Yahudim, Hebrews,
the first,
other nations.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And these two lots came at the hour and time and day of judgment before Elohim among all nations. So Elohim remembered his people and justified his inheritance. Mm-hmm. Therefore, those days shall be unto them in the month of Adar, the 14th and 15th day of the same month, with an assembly and joy and with gladness before Elohim, according to the generations forever among his people, in the 4th year of the reign of Ptolemy and Cleopatra, Dositheus, who said he was a priest and Levi, and Ptolemy his son, brought this Sefer of Purim, which they said was the same, and that Lysimachus, that's going to be his name. Yep, that's his name today at 701. The son of Ptolemy, that was in Jerusalem, had interpreted.
So this reads
Wow.
This reached Egypt.
That is crazy.
Wow. And that is the end of our book. Hadaccah. With all them difficult names, okay? But we got through them.
I'm going to have to look up both those kings' names. Because I just noticed that there was 2 different names.
I know whatever the enemy tries, he better watch out.
And so it seems like the thing of Purim, that was called by Mordecai.
Yes,
not by the Most High, not by Yah.
Right.
It was called by Mordecai because he was second in rank to the king.
Yeah. So he's saying
Absolutely.
we're going to celebrate this. And remember, they're not even in the land.
Yeah.
They're in the wrong land.
They're in the wrong land, but he still favored them and just really like rescued them out of all that stuff in spite of them not leaving when they were supposed to.
Because of covenant.
Yep, because of covenant.
Because of covenant.
Man, that's a good point.
Yep,
too.
Purim was brought on by Mordecai, not by Yah.
Not by the because people do celebrate that. I actually saw it not too long ago, and nothing wrong about it. Nothing wrong about it. Listen.
That's why some of the candlesticks have 9 and so 7. There should only be 7. But they added Purim, and so I can't remember the other one they added. But this
Yom Kippur.
What's Yom Kippur for? Like what?
Oh, sounded good though.
No, I think it's one of the.
There is something called Yom Kippur, but
that the Jewish people celebrate.
Mm-hmm. I know there is a Yom Kippur. I'm just making sure it's not one of the main ones.
Either way, it's only supposed to be 7.
It's
only supposed to be 7, so we ain't supposed to have
like
8, 9.
It's good to remember things that Yahuwah has brought you through, but you just can't just make it a feast day.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like an official feast day.
Because all those other feast days, Yahuwah called.
Right.
That makes. I'm
and
so
those
glad
are the
that
times he moved. That they're there for a reason, because he moves during those seasons.
Yep.
So it's all right. It's like all right to remember our birthdays.
Yeah.
Have a little party if you want to, but it ain't official.
Right. Absolutely. That is good, boy. Look how he showed up. The way he set that man up. Well, he set himself up.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what? Take your hands out. All you gotta do is literally go to the Most High and let Him work it out for you.
Yep.
And He'll do it. It'll happen in the right time.
That's that Becca prayer. I call it the Becca prayer. Stop it, block it.
See, y'all don't be on the prayer, so y'all don't understand it. But
that's real. I seen it so clear how he did that tonight in that scripture.
Mm-hmm.
The same dude who was trying to kill this man built up the thing set and ready to kill this man.
Yeah.
It flipped on him.
It flipped on
And he didn't even have time to take it down.
Yeah.
So that's
he didn't even have time to think about it.
Absolutely. But that's why it's important for us not to. I know sometimes it's hard, but not to be so bothered by people who doing us so wrong.
Yeah.
And so dirty.
Because in 1 minute.
That stuff is going to turn and flip right back up on you. And I'm going to have your riches.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be calling Leroy and cuz, hey y'all, didn't y'all need a place to stay? Listen, I got this free house right here. Just don't tear it up. You go ahead.
Go ahead on in, Mordecai Johnson.
Right.
Right.
Can't be talking about MJ. All right, y'all. I hope that Hadaccah. Yes.
Oh, Hadaccah.
Got you. All right. Well, we hope that you enjoyed what you have thank you. What you have heard. We're looking to share more with you on Monday.
Yes.
It's some
boy. Okay.
It's some boy. Yeah, that's Pastor Bird. I mean, not Pastor Bird, but you get it. Uncle Bird.
Yeah, ain't he a pastor?
Either way, good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
But look, there is some good history in these books. If you have this book, or if you don't, please
get
the book. Now, we'll say, I think it's $99 without the tabs, okay? But without it, with it, I think it's $115. All right? So I don't want to put it out there like the book is not, but it's worth it, okay? It's worth it.
It's also in the original order.
Absolutely.
Which makes it way easier to understand.
It has the 66 from the Holy Bible, and it has more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go into detail.
Yeah, and it goes, yes, absolutely. Yes. Listen, it's good.
Yes.
I like to call him Uncle Bird. He said, love all of y'all. I'll be calling everybody. Listen, it's all right. You family. All right, you all. We will see you tomorrow at, that's a whole lie. No. That's a lie on accident.
Shabbat service.
Those are you that join our Shabbat services. But that was a lie on accident, though. Don't get me. But we'll see you on Monday. That's what we'll do. We'll see you on Monday at 3 p.m. for the story time. That is the history edition, and then the 6 p.m. story time. That's Torah edition.
Yes.
Monday at 6 p.m. Bye.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, you guys. Look what I'm doing.
What? She's going crazy.
Listen, I was using this as
trying
my,
to operate the computer
from here.
From the seat first.
And I was wondering why it wasn't closing. Like, where's the arrow? All right, y'all. Let's try that again. We'll see you guys on Monday at 6 p.m. All right. Shabbat shalom.